You know, there's a lot of difference between someone who goes to shoeing school in hopes of making some good money and those who really stay under the horse for a lifetime and become professional farriers. There's a lot of folk who have a lot of good knowledge about the things that are right, but can't always get it worked out into their hands. That's what meekness is all about. Turning anger, which is the result of frustrated expectations or unfulfilled expectations, into power where we actually live up to righteous expectations. Stay tuned as you watch us turn some angry horses into some very powerful horses. Well, we would say the first thing in knowing God's will is His voice. So if I said to Spark, go, he'll move forward because he's used to hearing my voice. And if I want him to go faster, I can use my voice again. And he'll pick up a trot. Or if I want him to stop, I'll say, whoa. Whoa. I might say whoa again without the use of the reins to get this horse to stop, whoa, get him to stop and back. Now I use, of course, instead of saying stop and back or whoa and back, I simply use whoa, whoa, whoa. But the idea is that the horse learns to hear my voice. Now that seems like such an easy thing, except for the fact that horses never start out hearing or understanding or obeying the voice of their master. But God always uses imperfect tools. You know why? There are no perfect tools. When it comes to parents, when it comes to leaders, there are no perfect people in this world. But God is so skillful in His use of imperfect and common things that He can accomplish a perfect result in His hands. For example, when we start with a horse, not only do we want to give the horse our verbiage and our counsel, but it will mean little, so we will start out just like a parent starts out by giving gross communication through the rein. This leading rein that I'm using works on a young horse for the first time, or a horse that's developed a little bit, or a horse that's well patterned. But to use reins like this or this kind of direction on a seasoned horse would seem a little obvious and a little much of an overkill, because he should be a better listener than that. If I say to the horse, whoa, he should stop because I pull on the reins. Now, I'm obviously using my reins with great exaggeration here, but the idea is that children need very clear exaggeration of what communicates the will of the parent to the will of the child. You see, I can do other things with him that allow him to be quiet and gentle. For example, I know that he has a meek spirit, and we've worked on this to the point where, say, if I do something as obvious as one of these little things, you know, Spark has the right attitude and spirit that if I even ask him to step his head down, I know that the character training in his life has been so clear, so consistent, that he will not react in defiance, and that he will help us not only re-enter orbit, but he will also help us to be effective in what we do.